Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Community Connection, our live broadcast where we try to come to you live once a week to talk about what happened in the previous 7 days, any major incidents that occur, but also any upcoming events that we have. So we're glad to see you here. Drop us a hello in the comments if you're joining us today. I see one from Dawn and one from Georgina. Good afternoon to you both. We're glad you're here. There's another 28 of you watching live. And let's go ahead and let Rich get into it with the weekly update.
All right. So this week we're covering the week of November the 18th and November the 24th, getting right into our numbers. 833 police calls for service, 50 fire department calls for service, 11 crime reports, 74 arrest charges, 332 traffic stops, 186 citations, 44 non-injury crashes, and 6 injury crashes. And if you think about those crash numbers a little bit, Cap, we did our stats a little bit earlier this week than normal, so we've still got technically a few more we could add on to there for today. But those numbers are still a little higher than what we normally would like to see. So,
yeah, those crash numbers are still high. We've actually had to revamp some of our, tactics for that out in the community. So you're going to see more enforcement related to distracted driving that's occurring, following too closely. A lot more enforcement related to that happening from our police officers, simply because we got to do something. We can't have crash numbers for our community over 50, in the 50s, very high. It's double for what we normally see. We thought if something entered the 30s, it was very high for our community, but it's been entering the 50s the past couple of weekly updates, and not good at all. So our officers are going to be focused on distracted driving, very heavy, also following too closely, very heavy, anything inattentive, any type of erratic driving that you may see out there. Our officers are looking out for it. They're going to be stopping for it, and they're going to be issuing citations for that. So the best way to avoid, any type of citation is please drive safe. The last thing we want to do is honestly have to stop you and issue a ticket. I wish our officers didn't have to do that, but we have to keep our streets safe. The most dangerous place in our community are our roadways, simply because there's more injuries and even death out there on our roadways than anything else that's causing those injuries or deaths in the community. So we want a safe community, and we have to be active with traffic enforcement and definitely focused on that distracted driving. So please drive safe out there.
And then moving on to the crime reports this week, we had 5 family disturbances, 2 property damage, 2 fraud, and a theft of a motor vehicle, and a theft of property other than vehicles.
All right.
And then on the arrest charges, some of the big hitters, like always, the driving unsuspended or revoked, driver's license at 18, simple possession of drugs at 12, 9 warrants. And of course, you see some of the other stats there. Couldn't fit them all on this week because they were so proactive, but these are just kind of the highlights for the week.
Sure. And DUIs higher. We normally see this around the holidays. People are off. They're out, involved in drinking alcohol more often. But just if you do that, have a safe way home. Call Uber, taxi, Lyft, whatever it may be, a sober friend to get you home safe. Really, we don't like to see the DUIs because that's not only endangering the person behind the wheel, but it's endangering everyone else on the street. And it can be very dangerous, and you don't want to have to drink and drive, get caught by our police officers, and go to jail for that. So please be safe. If you're drinking, have a safe way home.
Yeah, for sure. And one we don't often see on there is the drag racing charges. We got 2 of those this week. We don't see those often, but yeah, we had 2 of those this week.
Do you know the details on those, Rich, where that was?
I didn't have a chance to look those up before we started, but
yeah, no worries.
I do remember they were up on Lebanon Road. I don't remember the exact incidents, but they were up on Lebanon Road.
Okay.
And then on our neighborhood and school zone traffic enforcement efforts, we covered Belinda City, Lebanon Road, Benders Ferry Road, Jackson Hills, Wind Tree Trace area, Hickory Hills, Golden Bear Gateway, and Park Glen. 44 total stops, 23 citations, and 1 arrest.
And Rich, we're having extra focus in Park Glen and also Golden Bear Gateway. When I say Golden Bear Gateway, it's not the big section of the roadway with the 4 lanes. It's the small section up close to Benders Ferry. And we received a complaint on that 4-way stop there at Tuscan Gardens, and also what I call the Northern Curd connection on Golden Bear Gateway. And so we're going to be looking at that, making sure people are not running that stop sign. If there's any enforcement opportunities, the officers will take that opportunity to make a stop in that. We received complaints. We looked at the crash data. We haven't seen any crashes related to people running the stop sign at that location, but a lot of residents have complained about it. We want to provide attention to that to avoid any type of crashes, because typically when you see a crash where someone's run a red light or run a stop sign, That's what's considered a high impact crash, and high impact crashes has more force involved because there's more speed involved. And that leads to more injuries and death. We want to try to do what we can to prevent that. So you'll see us focused through the Park Glen neighborhood quite a bit, Tuscan Gardens quite a bit, but also that four-way stop sign out on Golden Bear Gateway at the Northern Curd connection.
And then getting into the Guardian Shield stats for the week. The overall totals were up to, since the system's been in place, 98 stolen cars recovered, 51 stolen plates, 70 wanted persons. Those are the top three always. Some good numbers there.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of good numbers there. And it's interesting to see that, that first column on the top left, that's the original reason our officers make the stop, what we are alerted to off the system. And then you can see that next column, other criminal elements discovered. There's a lot more criminal elements discovered from folks who are wanted or who are driving a stolen car or using a stolen plate. There's more involved in those type of dynamics. When our officers make the stop, they find so much more criminal elements there that we're able to intercept to keep from being in our community. Typically there's an arrest and they're, locked up. They're not able to be in the community to commit more crime here. And it works very well. And it's interesting, Rich, is I think our Guardian Shield numbers are kind of low the past couple of weeks because word gets out about this system when we have a rash of arrest related to it and people avoid our city. You come in contact with some people involved in criminal activity and they're upset with themselves for making the mistake of coming to our community because their friends warned them not to come to Mount Juliet because our officers are so proactive. And we also have technology in place to help intercept any criminal activity. So it's kind of interesting when you're able to have that dialogue with those involved in criminal activity and how they try to avoid our community.
Yeah, for sure. But that's what I got for you this week on Stats Cap.
Awesome. Very cool. So speaking of our efforts to keep this city safe, Operation Safe Shopper begins tomorrow evening, runs through the holiday shopping season, and will end at the end of December with Operation Safe Shopper. It's a holiday safety initiative focused in our retail areas within Mount Juliet. We basically, call that around the I-40 area. You have Providence Marketplace. You also have the Paddocks area, and we're going to increase patrols by uniformed officers. Of course, at zero tolerance on any shoplifting crime. The mobile surveillance tower is deployed out through the different parking lots, helping keep an eye on things. And there'll also be undercover vehicles out with undercover officers wearing plain clothes that blend in with the crowds. They'll be in the stores. They'll be walking through the parking lots. They'll be driving those vehicles that you can't really tell are police vehicles. And Guardian Shield's active too. It's always active. But we worked really hard this year to get 12 additional cameras up around our community that are mainly focused on the interstate off and on ramps, and also in some areas we had some pockets in the Providence Marketplace area to help us alert when we have that criminal element enter the community. Paddocks and Providence Marketplace are probably our two locations that have the highest crime rate in Mount Juliet, simply because all the retail theft that does occur. If you run an address to try to see, where has the most crime based off just the crime stats in general, Walmart is going to be your highest location. There's other stores throughout Providence Marketplace that also hit very high, and it's all related to the retail theft related to shoplifting. And that really drives our crime numbers in Mount Juliet is shoplifting, which is interesting. If we didn't have those retail areas, you would probably see very, very little crime that occurs here, and that's how we like it. We want a safe community. We want a prosperous community. We want a quality, clean community for everyone who lives here and visits, plays, and worships in this great city. And moving on to protecting your packages. Many of you may not be going to shop at the stores, and you may get a lot of stuff delivered to your home. So protect those packages. We do see from time to time folks wanting to follow the FedEx truck, Amazon truck, UPS truck, whatever's delivering your package. And then when that truck leaves, they go up to the front door and grab whatever's up. So some ways to prevent package theft: schedule your deliveries to arrive when you're home. Have a trusted friend or neighbor pick them up. Install a doorbell camera on the front door, which captures the interaction that occurs on your porch, or deliver packages to shipping stores, an Amazon locker, or your workplace to try to prevent that theft. And the different companies that we order from also have different methods that they have to secure your packages as well. I think Amazon has a new program where they can link up with your garage door, and it opens the garage. You put your package, they put the package in the garage, and they close the garage. So that's just one way to help prevent theft. And then our internet safe exchange zone here at headquarters. You may be trading or buying stuff from people online, and whether it's Facebook Marketplace or some other type of list where you're purchasing items from people. Be safe about that. Do it at our headquarters. There's 2 parking spots out front, under the lights, under a camera, where you can make that exchange with whatever it may be, whether it's a child custody exchange, an exchange of money, exchange of an item, purchases, that type thing. Come to headquarters, have a nice, safe location to do that exchange, so you're not doing it in an unknown area or parking lot, wherever it may be. We've seen some few incidents across the region where someone will show up to buy something and they get robbed by a group of people because they know they're coming with cash for a high dollar item. They take the cash from that person, and of course that person never gets whatever item that they have. So be careful out there. MJ Alert, always wanting to plug this. If you want to stay connected about what we have going on in the community, yesterday we had 2 pursuits. One was a pursuit initiated by our officers. The other was a pursuit inbound initiated by another agency on I-40. We send out alerts on that. And amongst many other things, crashes. You can also sign up for blast notifications about the construction blasting. But sign up for MJ Alert. Super simple. You text the words MJ to 67283 and you're signed up. And you'll get all kinds of different messages about what's happening in our community. So you don't have to go to the social media and say, hey, why are all these police cars running emergency traffic down the road? Or what's going on out in Mount Juliet? Something's happening. We're going to let you know as soon as we're able to through MJ Alert. And it's accurate, quick information straight to your phone by text. Be careful about the deer out there. There's a lot of deer. You may see a lot of the dead deer on the side of the roadway. That's because they're in what's called rut, and they're moving around a lot, and they can jump in front of your car in a heartbeat. And to try to avoid any deer crashes, you got to pay attention to see them to try to avoid them. So just watch out for that. I had Rich help me drag a poor dead deer out of the road the other day. I think Friday it was. I had to call Rich to get it, and he helped me out. And we got it out of the roadway. So, Rich, you're super helpful, man. I really appreciated you doing that. So, but awesome stuff. What's the weather looking like?
Well, tomorrow it's going to be a little bit colder and probably a little wet tomorrow. Going into the weekend, though, it's going to be nice and dry, still pretty cold. They're calling for a low to mid 50s tomorrow and 80 to 100% chance of rain. They're saying that rain's probably going to come mid morning to afternoon time. So hopefully our turkey drop tomorrow morning will be dry. Fingers crossed. But the overnight lows are getting really chilly, folks. So if you got plants outside, bring them in or cover them up so that they don't die on you. But going through the weekend and in next week, it's looking pretty.
Yeah, it's always nice to see that sun shining, especially on the weekend. But I hate that Thanksgiving is going to be wet. But if we're inside enjoying fellowship with our friends and family, maybe the rain isn't such a bad thing. Try to embrace it where we can. But yeah, it's Thanksgiving. That's good stuff. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We want to let you know too, is if there's anyone in the community that needs anything, please reach out to me, reach out to Rich, reach out to our police department. We will find a way to get whomever the help that they may need this Thanksgiving season, because we want everyone to enjoy it. We want everyone to have a good time and have what they need this Thanksgiving. And Mount Juliet does a great job about taking care of everyone in our community. We have great community in Mount Juliet where people are just always looking after each other. But Rich and I, we can definitely point someone in the right direction to get them the help that they need. So just know that we're here for you. Our community is here for you. And please reach out if there's anything that we can do. But, Rich, speaking of Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for, man?
Oh man, mainly first and foremost, my health, my friends and family. I got a great group of friends and family, and the memories, man. For several years after we lost Mom, she died right around Thanksgiving. She died early in November, several years back, and so Thanksgiving was rough for me for several years, but I've grown to really enjoy it, especially being around such great friends and family. It's gotten easier for me over the last few years, so. Really enjoy Thanksgiving. So it's a great holiday for us here in our family. So it's a lot of fun. Turkey's a great thing, but dessert's always been one of my favorites. Anybody who's seen me can tell. So dessert's a good thing.
Yeah, I guess when I reflect on Thanksgiving, I'm trying to eat better. I've lost about, I don't know, 12 pounds in the past month because I'm not eating sweets, and I'm not eating heavy like I normally eat. So it's all good. Definitely always good to try to stay healthy and fit. But I can't stay away from the desserts.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the pies are pretty spectacular.
Yeah, they are. And the Chamber of Commerce dropped by with chocolate pie and a pecan pie. Is that how you say it? Is it pecan or pecan?
It depends on where you're from. I'd say pecan pie.
Pecan pie. I gotcha. And if it's chocolate pie, it's definitely my favorite.
I'm
So
getting into that fudge pie.
good stuff.
Very good stuff.
But these are from Claiborne's Bakery in Lebanon and the Chamber of Commerce. We really appreciate them giving some pie to us.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Absolutely.
Not quite as good as my sister-in-law's apple pie. Sister-in-law makes a really good apple pie.
Yeah. So, for those watching, what are you thankful for? What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish, during this time period? We're curious to know. So type that in the comments. Let us know. What are you looking forward to this Thanksgiving? Tomorrow, it's crazy that it's already here. Time is constantly flying. And while you think of that, we're going to give out a gift card. So let me share my screen here to the
that pie is rich.
gift card thing, giveaway tool, share. And so the hashtag is hashtag MJ Turkey. So type that in the comments just like you see it.
MJ Turkey, that's good.
We've got a $25 gift card to Olive Garden that we will mail to you or drop by your home. To be eligible for this, you have to live in Wilson County or a county connected to Wilson County. So in the comment section, type in hashtag MJ Turkey, and we'll eventually draw. It'll do the automatic drawing through the system that we have, and hopefully you can get a $25 gift card to Olive Garden.
Cap, while we're waiting for entries to come in, I saw a question slide through the comments there. I don't remember who's put it in there, but somebody asked a question about the MJ alerts, if there's a way to make them send from a single phone number versus different numbers every time.
Yeah, I can explain that.
Yeah.
So it sends from different numbers for the throttling, and a throttling means they have different basic numbers to get that message out as quick as possible. So it allows for multiple paths. So think about, multiple pipes for water to flow through. So it gets the message out quickly. One way to fix that on your phone is just add all those numbers that you get to one contact. So what I did in my phone is just I entered a contact for MJ Alert, and then I added all those different phone numbers that the system sends from. And it all looks like it comes from one number once you do that. But it's all about the throttling and getting the message out quickly. So we can't change that, unfortunately. But I kind of get why they do it. They want to get the message out as quick as possible.
Yeah, so that's generated by the system, not by us.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. So, all right. How many entries we got, Rich?
Looks like we got 26. That's a pretty good group.
All right. Looks like we'll close off that. If you haven't done yet, type in that hashtag MJ Turkey. I'm about to click the button to do the draw. All right. Let's see who's getting the $25 gift card to
All right. Good luck, everybody.
Olive Garden. It's a good one today. It's a little higher than usual.
That's cool.
Eleanor Lawson. Awesome.
All right.
I see Eleanor on here quite a bit. So, Eleanor, I will put my email in the comments and just email me. Let me know your address, and Rich will either drop it off or we will mail it to you so you can get this gift card and hopefully get to enjoy a meal at Olive Garden. And you'll find my email in the comments. It's just tchandler@mjpd.org. And Rich, we had some people chime in with what they like during the holiday. Let's see here. All right. I see the typical turkey. Can't go wrong with turkey, right? Homemade cheesecake. Also Thanksgiving dinner. Sounds good. Keto broccoli casserole.
Mm.
Oh, sounds good. Becca, we're going to go with the chocolate pie. So, Becca, I totally agree with you there.
Pie.
Great. Rich is going. Did you go with chocolate, Rich, or
Yeah, I went chocolate.
went chocolate too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Krista likes the stuffing, but they went a little less traditional and got a smoked chicken from Martin's. And they
Nice.
celebrate on Monday. So, very cool. And yeah, a lot of people celebrate different days. So, you kind of call it the Thanksgiving season because some people may have to work. A lot of our police officers work on Thanksgiving. We're thankful, though, because we have a family. One of our officers' families is actually ensuring everyone working on Thanksgiving is going to get a Thanksgiving meal. So very cool to have that for our police officers. But, your firefighters, your medical staff out there working. There's a lot of people who have to work on the true Thanksgiving day. And we're just thankful for that because they keep this world moving and keeping everyone safe and keeping people healthy. So all good stuff there.
Yeah, and speaking of that, folks, don't forget our crew over at the Mount Juliet ER over there off Beckwith Road. They're going to be there working 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Great team over there. We deal with them quite a bit. And quick shout out to them. Thank you for being over there on Thanksgiving, guys. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Question here from Aaron about our safe exchange zone. He said you can sell items in the PD parking lot. Does that include guns? And yes, if you're doing a legal gun sale, you can do that in our parking lot. Going on down here. Amber saying her favorite dish is the cornbread. Karen is the sweet potato casserole. And Karen and her team with the Citizens Police Academy last week, they provided a wonderful Thanksgiving meal too for all of our staff here at the police department. We really appreciate our Citizens Police Academy alumni and all that they do for our police officers. They always got our back, always here to support us and with everything that we need. Jan is chiming in, thankful for being here in Mount Juliet. As a new resident to Tennessee, thank you all for being so kind. So Janice, welcome to Mount Juliet. We're glad that you're here, but you landed in a wonderful place to live. I've lived here since I was, I think, 8 or 9 years old. I started the second grade here when my family moved here because of the great schools and great community that it was. We want to keep it that way. We work very hard to keep it that way, and we're just glad to see other great people moving in. I know other people don't like the growth, but sometimes you can't stop the growth. But if you can't stop the growth, embrace it and use it as the best as we can and make it the best as you can, as quality and safe as possible. But we're glad you're here. That's what I'm thankful for, too, is just being in a wonderful, safe city that truly supports our police officers. It's very rare that they have to pay for a meal when they're out working at a restaurant because someone always wants to buy their meal and get their tab on that. And it's just something that's never expected by any means, but very appreciated. It warms our hearts, and they really get that extra motivation knowing that they're supported to keep this city safe. Jessica chiming in. Foster said he's thankful to spend time with his family, and she agrees. We're so thankful for those that serve the community, even during those precious holiday hours. It's a sacrifice. We are truly grateful. Thanks, Jessica. Dylan Jordan's sick and can't enjoy Thanksgiving with family tomorrow. So, Jordan, we'll keep you in our prayers. Hopefully, maybe you'll get well in time and you can enjoy time with family, or they'll at least bring you some of the good food where you can enjoy it, at least if you can't be with them. But we're praying for you. Get well. We don't want you feeling bad. If you have any other questions, folks, we like these updates to be as interactive as possible. Type it in the comments. We'll be glad to get to it. Give us any feedback that you have. Rich and I are here, and if the conversation fades away, we'll fade away and in the broadcast. But we're glad that each of you are joining us live today. And I still have chocolate pie to eat, too, so it's good stuff.
What time's the turkey trot tomorrow, Cap?
Turkey trot down in Providence will start at 8 a.m. You'll start to see police officers get there around 7:15, 7:30 to get set up, and it will last usually goes pretty quick for that one, about 9:30. So, watch out for runners between 8 and 9:30 on Belinda Parkway, through the Providence neighborhood and back out on Providence. I get these confused sometimes. Providence
Trail.
Yeah, Providence Trail. Yeah. Then on Providence Parkway again. Mm-hmm. So they'll be all around the Providence area running for the turkey trot. So, Michael Thornhill chiming in. Good afternoon. And Michael, I think I missed you. You stopped by headquarters this week. I missed you. Normally I'm here, but you came probably a little earlier than usual. But we appreciate you always stopping by, Mike, and supporting our police officers.
Cat Spears dropped a question there about stuffed animals, right? A couple below Chief Thornhill there. We do, as long as they're brand new. We're still not back to taking slightly loved ones yet. Just thinking health and safety issues still. But if you have some new ones, please feel free to bring them on by. We're happy to take them. We keep them for officers to use and for our records team to use to hand out when kids come into the lobby. Absolutely, we're happy to take them if you have them.
Yep. And Rich, we can never take the used stuffed animals anymore. Just the fact that we can't account for where they've been, what type of chemicals and environment they've been exposed to. So new tagged animals will always be glad to take off your hands because our officers really do hand them out, and the kids love to get those different items. So good deal. Awesome. So I got Eleanor's address in, so we'll get that gift card to you, Eleanor. Thank you for sending that to me, and it's one of your favorite places to eat. That's what you said in the email. So awesome. I'm glad you were able to win the gift card this go around. Rich, is there anything else I'm missing?
I think that's about it.
Yeah,
we covered it. Now, if I can give a quick shout out too before I forget.
Yeah, get it out there.
My brother and sister-in-law and my two nieces, Josie and Leanne, are up in New York for Thanksgiving. Miss you guys. Wow. Have fun up there. Enjoy all the good grub up there with Julie's family. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Love you guys. Be safe.
Yeah, for sure. And to everyone else, happy Thanksgiving. It's an honor and privilege to serve each and every one of you. Our police officers are going to be out working regardless of the holiday, keeping this city safe. We want to also encourage you too, if you're out and about, you're traveling, please drive safe out there. Really got to pay attention to the driving. We see a lot of crashes related to distracted driving that we're trying to get lower in our community. But we also want to wish you safe travels, especially those who are traveling far away to go visit family and that type of thing. And just have a wonderful Thanksgiving. If there's anything someone needs for Thanksgiving, reach out to me, Rich, or our police department, and we will connect them with resources to get them something for Thanksgiving. We don't want anyone not to enjoy it or not have something that they need for this time. And so please reach out if we can assist anyone, and we will find the right resources to help them. But be safe. Have a wonderful holiday. And you'll see our officers out and about. I'm going to be out Friday patrolling with them too. I'll be out working the turkey trot tomorrow. So it looks like it's hopefully going to be a good 4 days of holiday for everyone. Stay safe, everyone, and we will all see you very soon.
Pie.
Yeah, it's good stuff. We're still live too, Rich, by the way. haven't had time to hit the button to turn it off in the broadcast yet. But
that's good pie.
Yeah, Claiborne's is good. It's really
They're
good.
In Lebanon?
They are in Lebanon, I think on West Main Street, but really good place. Their chocolate pie is super good. You notice I cut myself a smaller piece. I got to, take it in moderation, but really good.
I may have to go get a taste of that pecan pie. It's pretty good.
Did you try some?
Not yet. I got this fudge pie, but as good as this is, I might have to try that pecan pie.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks, stay safe. Take care.